So you want to be a doctor. Well, starting out, you have to go to college for 4 years and then medical school for 4 years after that. If you're like me, you're going to go to Valencia for 2 years, then transfer to UCF with the program that they have, and finish out your last 2 years at the University of Central Florida. Medical school, I went to the University of Central Florida because it was right already in the building that I had previously gone to college in, and because it's closer to my house than other colleges in the area would be. Now, the thing of medical school is that you cannot have a job while you're at medical school. So you have to save up for it before you get to medical school and take out loans and grant scholarships to help pay for your medical school classes. Now, the thing is, becoming a medical school student is that you're going to have about $200,000 in debt once you graduate from medical school. The good thing is, the hospital that you intern at will, one, pay you while you're interning, and two, if you sign up for them for 5 to 10 years, will help waiver some, if not all, of your medical school expenses. Now, after you're done medical school, you have to intern for 3 to 7 years, depending on what you are interning to be and what hospital you're at. I interned for about 4 years. I was going to be a regular emergency room doctor, but some oncologists intern for about 7 years before they finally get to be a licensed physician in their practice. Now, while you're interning, you're kind of doing what a doctor does to an extent, where you're going to have somebody shadowing you in a way to make sure you don't mess up, you don't mistreat patients, everything goes smoothly. So you're going to be the one that does the blood tests and whatever the doctors tell you to do, but you're also going to be in charge of it in a way where if you mess up, somebody does go on you. Most of it goes on the person that was shadowing you because they should have been in charge of what you were doing. Once you're done with the 3 to 7 medical years of interning, you get paid for it. So the first year you sign up, you get about $50,000, and it goes up depending on how long you're interning. And then once you finally get to become a licensed physician, you get paid about 6 figures a year, which is going to help pay off medical school loans if you guys couldn't get it waived. Now, when I decided to become a doctor, I decided to do it because I had a personal goal to help people. And because I wanted to help people, it led me to go to college for 4 years and medical school for another 4 years. That's what I wanted to do. And it helped me get to the career of being a doctor because being a doctor does nothing but help people. But for my personal goal, I want to make sure I had a stable job. That wouldn't be a job that money comes in different times, or it's seasonal, or tourism can be an impact on some jobs' money income. Doctors get paid the same rate no matter where they are unless they move or get promoted, in which case they can go up or down depending on where they moved and up if they get promoted. So I'm never going to wonder if I'm going to get paid next week or how I'm going to pay my bills because my income is steady and consistent. Now, the skills you're going to need to be a doctor is you're going to need to have good bedside manner. People are sick and they're scared. You have to be able to comfort them. You cannot just go into the room and be like, okay, you have this, this, and this. Great, I'll see you in an hour. They're scared. They want to know what's happening. Their family's going to want to know what's happening. You have to communicate with them. So you have to be able to be good at standing next to them and talking to them and calming them down. You have to be very good in stressful situations. I work in the emergency room. So constantly I have people coming in who have been shot, who have been stabbed. You have accidents all the time. People get rushed into accidents. And you have to be able to take care of these people. If you can't handle that, being stressed out with these people coming in, bleeding all over the place, you cannot be a doctor. If you can't handle looking at things like this, for example, that's a hip procedure. If you can't look at blood and guts like that, then you shouldn't be a doctor because you cannot handle that kind of look. Doctors are always covered in blood. They're covered in human fluids in general. So if you get squeamish about that kind of stuff, being a doctor is not going to be for you no matter what field you go in because human fluids are in everybody no matter what you do. So if you're not good at that, you can't do it. You have to be good at making shots as well because when people are needing crash carts, so we call them, which is where you have people are dying and you have like a cart full of things that are going to help you save this person's life. When you're the doctor, you're in charge of telling the nurses and stuff, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need it now. I need you to do this while I'm doing this so this person can get the air in his lungs that he needs, whatever else there is. So if you can't handle being in charge of a bunch of people at once for one specific task, you can't be a doctor. So this field is very stressful, and if you're not good at handling stress, I would not recommend it at all. If you don't like blood and guts and puke, I would not handle it at all because you cannot be a doctor. If you don't have the patience to get through 8 years of schooling, I wouldn't recommend being a doctor because even once you are a licensed physician, you still have to go to conferences and like conventions they have. You learn new medical procedures, you learn new things you have to do because the medical field constantly is advancing and constantly is getting better as time goes on. So you constantly have to go places, different places to learn the newest thing that's being happening. You have to learn about trial drugs that are being done all the time. And you have to be able to look at your patient and figure out, like, okay, you were on this trial drug, this is the newest one's coming out, we'll put you on that instead. So if you don't like learning a bunch of stuff, it's not really the field for you. But if you do like learning about all this kind of stuff, and you don't mind being covered in blood, this is a job for you. So if you want to be a doctor, I wish nothing but the best. Prepare yourself for a long road of school and have a great time with it like I did.